If you have watched the TV series Death Note, you probably noticed that there are a lot of art and biblical references. In some of the scenes, they are more easier to see, and in some of them, they are more metaphorically. The relish lies under these details. Now, let's take a look at them. It is easy to see that Apple has a significant role in Death Note. It represents the scene in Holy Books, in the story of Adam and Eve. But this relation is not the thing that I want to mention in this part. The thing that interests me is its relation with a fresco painting by Italian artist Michelangelo, The Creation of Adam. In this picture, which is taken from the first intro, you can see the relation easily. God was replaced by Ryuk and Adam was replaced by light. Now, let's turn to our fresco painting. The name is The Creation of Adam. But in which way? Is it physical or spiritual? It must be spiritual due to the fact that we can see the Adam in painting. They give him the ability of thinking, also the freedom of sinning. When we look at the anime, Ryuk gives Death Note mistakenly to light, while giving him the freedom of killing whoever he wants. In other words, Death Note, Apple, and sinning are three things that have the same meaning. We can justify this opinion with the short sequence at the end of the first opening, in which Apple is replaced by the Death Note. It's an awkward scene to whom don't understand the reference. There's a strong resemblance to Jesus washing Judas' feet. Judas is one of the 12 disciples following Jesus. This incident happens during the Last Supper. Jesus stood up and began to wash the disciples' feet, which makes them astonished a lot. He showed his humility in forgiving sinners for their improper acts. As he revealed in Matthew 20:28, even as the Son of Man come not to be served but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. He forgave them for their sins and showed his mercy, but one of them will be going to betray him. Judas commits a great sin and betrayed him, disclosing his whereabouts for 30 pieces of silver. This process will end up with the crucifixion of Jesus. Now, let's talk about the relation with the show. We know that Light helps L in his journey to find Kira. However, actually he tries to find L's real name to be able to kill him. Like Judas betraying Jesus, Light will betray L. This action of L shows that he actually knows that Yagami is Kira and is going to kill him. Drying off Light's feet, L acknowledges his own defeat and says, some says that L is worshipping Light and acknowledging his actions, and some others says that he forgives him and sees him as a friend, even though he did evil things. To me, second one is more reasonable, because from the very beginning, L mentions that he likes Light and sees him as a friend. He was strictly opposing Kira's actions. While saying, it's the least I can do to atone for my sin, I think he sees his friendship with Light as a sin, because he knew that how evil Kira was. Think of the sadness of a mother who lost a son. Mary felt that sorrow and grief while her son was suffering on the cross. A sculpture of Michelangelo, Pieta, greatly depicts the feelings of Mary, carrying Jesus on her lap. Naomi Mizora felt the same feelings when her lover Ray Pemba was killed by Kira. After she found that Kira has killed her lover, she felt angry and vengeful towards him. She tried to find Kira, but it ended in an unfortunate way. In the openings and endings of the anime, we can see that doves and crows were used a lot. We see crows, which are the symbol of both death and evil, next to Light and Ryuk. Also, they are known for gathering on death. In a scene, doves, which are the symbol of peace, leave lights and replace with crows. Doves have another special meaning. In Christian iconography, a dove represents the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit is compared to a dove at the Bible. Ryuk tells Light that it is a cursed thing to use a Death Note as a human. Also, Ryuk says that people who use Death Notes are cursed to misery and sorrow. In the end of the show, when Light was running away bleeding, He died on the middle of a stair. This symbolizes Ryuk's words that says, he will not go to heaven or hell.